Hello Frenzy, my name is Kate Shirk and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this is a game that I've had in the queue for a minute. It's called Let Byons Be Bygones, which kind of reminded me a lot of a game I have on my wish list on Steam, which is last night rather. So it's kind of like I'm not quite sure, kind of like, you know, the Blade Runner, futuristic kind of world, like much similar to that of Blade Runner and whatnot. I don't know that much about it. It just looked really cool, and I love, you know, I love pixelated games. I love the art style really spoke to me, so I had it on my wish list. It became available, and I got it. On the plus side, and even though we live in a horrible hellscape where every day there's something new that we just can't stand to see, why not go into an alternate one where maybe it might be where this might not look so bad. Long shot, I know. Anywho, I'm not going to waste any more time. Hold on, let me look at the settings here real fast. Sometimes the settings. Fog. Languages, English, lens flare. Okay. Exit. We'll go ahead and start.
It was just a typical Forsaken night.
Good.
Too much liquor, and my unconscious body sprawling across the desk. What a sight. Fortunately, there was no one to see it. No one who cared. Alive, at least. Once a superstar detective, now society's deadweight. Relic rotting in a world of cyber geezers. Losing work to AUGs, hackers, and robocops. No jobs, no money, no friends. It could have been worse. I lied to myself. At least I didn't sell my soul to some cybernetic mumbo-jumbo. But Lady Death was already at my doorstep. I could feel it in my gut. All I had to do is wait a little longer.
Okay, first off, the journal is a messy, chaotic tool of every decent detective. It keeps you track. It helps you track your progress. Jesus Christ. And keep all little details in check. Activate it by pressing J or access it via the menu. Tips introduce core game mechanisms when they occur for the first time. We promise to keep these interruptions to a minimum. Of course, you can toggle tips on or off in the options menu at any time. Okay, we'll keep them on for now.
My head.
Okay, first off, I love that they're using voice acting for this, so I don't have to read it all. Great, because I read way too fast, and I don't think you guys get the proper narration when I do that, and I do apologize. I try to slow down, but it happens. I also love that it's like a mix between 3D and pixelation. I didn't realize that before. That's fantastic. Let's see. Drink Rakesia? Let's see. Let's open the drawer.
I slid open the drawer on the right side of my desk. Long use had worn the handle to welcome my fingers. What at first glance looked like a rat's nest was actually a pile of overdue bills and eviction notices.
Huh.
I couldn't pay any of them. I hadn't had a case in a long time. I shifted the papers around to see if they were hiding anything interesting. Something solid and heavy slammed against the inside of the drawer.
Easy, fuckface.
A familiar voice spoke inside my head.
Familiar? Now that's just slow. First you leave the hottest Spartan you ever could have dreamed of for another broad, and now this? So damn it, Cooper. If she was such a good partner, she'd stay, like me. But I'm a forgiving type, so here's an offer. Take me for a ride, like you once did, you pathetic sob. Wield me like the majestic, badass, death-dealing tool should be wielded. Own it!
I shoved the papers aside to get a better look. It was my old service weapon.
Oh.
A TT-88. Automatic. Black as the underworld's basement.
What did you expect? A tiny girl living in your desk drawer?
You swear too much. Guns only bring trouble. Not necessarily, but... Let's see, take the gun.
I holstered her. I could use the company. Cells of my palm celebrated the reunion with the lost phantom limb.
Oh, yes. I'm thirsty, Daddy.
Okay.
Let's get you a drink, then.
Those are the words a girl longs to hear.
Okay,
New messages.
Oh, yeah.
None. New job inquiries. None. Pleasant surprises. None. The only thing of interest was the scandalous and tragic local news, with the saucy headlines. Cyber investigators impaled on the job. Always wondered who came up with these Bonds mots. All the journalistic babble distilled, it said that 3 upper crust investigators had been impaled at the Tresh Corner early this morning. There was a typo in the title. Probably in a big rush to be the first to break the news. But what were they doing in the pit in the first place? Curiosity prevailed, and I decided to add a stop to my daily hustles, if I was in the neighborhood.
Okay, let's see.
Almost enough to put a man off his breakfast. Almost. My stomach growled.
Okay,
The Solson specialty of the pit. 1 part sweet mushrooms, 1 part kick from a disgruntled mule, and 98 parts industrial alcohol. Though it won't make life any easier, it'll fall more agreeably than most other things. The bottle was almost empty. I needed a refill from the scray. If I can scratch up some creds, that is.
okay. Let's get up. Okay, so we'll go photo of Carmen. We'll look at this stuff here in a second.
A mountain of muscle, fat, and jerry-rigged utility-class augs burst through my office door. He was monstrous, almost grotesque. His breath? Whew, even more so.
The guy was wound tight as a clock sprang, so I countered him. Train won't calm.
This big guy
Okay.
was wound tight as a clock spring. So, I countered with my trademark calm. Easy now, big fella.
No worry, Mr. Cooper. I know won't hurt you.
If you cooperate, that is.
Oh, God.
Hey, Cooper is the first 6 letters of, cooperate.
I really hope that means you're going to pay your taxes.
A slimy tax collector, his talking gorilla, and a bitter detective. Looked like I was gonna die in a hall of cliches. This wasn't the first time Buzz had tried to collect. He wasn't the brightest crayon in the box. I had dodged him numerous times, but he'd never brought muscle with him before. What happens if I don't pay?
Then Dimwit takes you to the sludges and you work off your debt. In your case, it will take around 5 years. Who knows, you might even survive the full stretch.
No one comes back from the sludges, and you know it.
Hey, I don't like it either, but it's not my fault you don't have an honest job or that you're behind on your taxes. You got yourself into this, my friend. Now be a man and face the consequences.
Knowing Buzz, there'd be a giant gaping hole in his plan somewhere. Just needed to push the right buttons.
Paperwork's always riddled with them. The muscles seem familiar. I heard Buzz close partner. Let's see.
Hey, big guy. Haven't seen you around the neighborhood. You from the flats?
Yeah. Dimit flat boy.
What does it matter? Dimwit is a law enforcement officer and he's on duty. He's not going to let you slide just because you're from the same block.
Yeah. Dimit honest. Earn credit. Take to Nana. Nana proud.
Then I remembered. He was Nana John's kid. Nana was always so protective of him. How did things turn out this way? Does, Nana know you're a ruffian?
No. Dimit no rufi. Dimit keep peace. Dimit have badge.
That's right, he's a law enforcement officer and he'll beat you up if you continue.
So you beat people for your job.
Yes. Dimit very goodly beat badly people.
And people who drink and don't pay rent are bad, just like Mr. Johnny here.
Certain events will have different outcomes depending on required personality parameter. These parameters are collected from each choice you make in the game. Remember, in this game there is no failure, only different consequences. Okay.
I drink because I'm unhappy. And I don't pay rent because I can't get any jobs. But I'm not bad.
Yes, he is. Look at him. He's trying to make you feel bad for doing your damn job.
Dimit no bad, Mr. Buzzy.
I know that, you dumb cunt. He's the one who's obstructing justice.
Dimit no let abduct injustice.
Now hold on a second.
Dimwit, please apply necessary measures, will you?
The big guy came at me like a speeding train, and you know what? I took it like a champ. The pain. The darkness.
Fate eviction. Oh shit, so oh god.
I drank a river to forget her. And it seems it helped. There was only this one memory left. The day she walked into my office, bringing trouble.
I have a job for you, Detective.
The words that changed my life. Forever.
I have a job for you, Detective.
Oh shit, okay.
I woke in pain to a breathtaking view. Across from my desk sat the smoothest, longest, most scantily clad pair of legs I'd ever dreamed of. Wearing a dress fashioned from a ridiculously luminous, scarlet as sin, out of this world material. Mind-numbingly beautiful, perched in my chair like she owned the place.
I have a job for you, Detective.
Sometimes options will be disabled depending on your personality values. The disabled options are shown for the sake of the tutorial, but otherwise they would have been hidden. So make sure to play the game again sometime and catch all the different paths. Light the cigarette. Oh goodness. Let's
I can
analyze
read
her.
anyone like a book, but this dame was just a cover.
Okay.
Beautiful design, but no story. Who are you? And where'd you pick up that line?
For the sake of this conversation, you can call me D.
She's on me to maybe she's slippery.
I can respect privacy. Miss D it is. What can I do for you, Miss D?
I appreciate it. As I've said, I have a job for you.
I'm, neck deep in debts. I could use a job. I just need to take care of some loose ends.
I made sure that your troubles with local tax collectors and their apish enforcers go away forever. I've also taken the liberty to pay all of your outstanding bills.
Someone want to do that for me.
I knew exactly what that meant.
You're indebted. In some occasions, reactions will be automatic depending on your predominant personality, okay?
A deal with the devil.
It is.
Well, was
Your
your honest.
landlord, Basinski, is not an easy man to deal with. But he was glad to trade you for a pocket full of creds.
Yeah.
He and his dim-witted bodyguard were about to put you on the elevator to the sludges.
Part of me didn't like it, but she let do what I'm good at. I knew there had to be a catch, but I had nothing to lose. Okay. There's gotta be a catch.
A suicide mission. I'm listening.
Your reputation precedes you. Do this right, and you can have your peace. Until then, I own you.
One last job before she takes me away. I'm all ears, Miss D. What's the job?
A girl is missing. I want you to find her.
Nothing like spring break in the pit, right?
A new trend among youngsters. A taste of freedom, it's what they call it.
Let's see, who are we looking for? Was someone sent for?
Tell me about this girl.
Her name is Lucy, a Class A+ citizen, 7 years
Oh,
old.
Jesus.
Wow. You didn't say she was only a kid. What was she doing out here alone?
7 decimal years. That's the equivalent of chronological 19. In fact, it was her 19th birthday.
That doesn't make sense. New POI, Lucy the missing girl, 7 years old.
I thought you uppers had a bigger budget for this kind of emergency.
We do. The best bullsec security was deployed moments after she went off the grid. That was at 9:10. Find out what happened to them.
I should probably give her the bad news.
I decided to confirm it in person before making any assumptions.
They haven't reported in yet. We suspect something happened to them.
Oh, that's the
That's
one
why
that...
we decided to hire a local. Find them. They might have discovered something.
I didn't realize that's who that...
How do I find her?
Here's a photo. Reconstructed moments before she went off the grid.
She leaned forward to slide a picture onto the table.
Okay, skill check successful, so I finally get something. Let's see. Lucy avatar updated.
A girl full of life stared back, with deep green, rebellious eyes. Huh. Her pearly white smile gave up her naive. Reminded me of... Never mind. Synthesized hair color matched the iridescent blue of her oversized hood atop a pine green bolero. Behind her, fragment reconstruction showed 3 young men messing around and laughing. Probably her friends. They were on a metro train that took them to the end of the world. That was the place to start the investigation.
Okay.
Her friends, did they return?
They came back at 021 hours. They were severely intoxicated and immediately placed in intensive care.
Jesus.
They're in no state to be interrogated, so they're pretty much useless. If they do reveal any crucial information, I'll make sure you get it. But don't rely on that. You live in the Sentinel-forsaken pit, after all.
Who is she to you?
Oh, I see.
Daughter? Sister?
Arcology is no longer family-based, but she is as precious.
How does it work then?
When they turn 1 decimal time year old, they all go to prep school. There, they are supervised and guided by professionals to reach their best potential. At the age of 7, the age of majority, they have a month off before specialization and deployment.
Deployment.
To their professional careers. usually off-world.
Sounds like a very cold world they live in.
It's much more efficient, both for children and parents.
Efficiency isn't everything. What about the parents' love?
You mean hormonal responses? It's all chemistry, easily replaced with pills. Trust me, they never feel alone.
Is this equilibrium or whatever?
Why even bother having kids then?
So that evolution can take its natural course. Plus, parents can earn royalties and bonuses commensurate with their kids' performance.
That doesn't... then that's not evolution.
A multi-level scheme with human lives. And I thought the archaeology only looked like a pyramid. Just one thing.
I'll indulge you, but only one.
An upper crust dame like her wouldn't dare show her real self in the pit. I could read a person like a book, but she seemed like a cover. Beautiful design, but no story. Well, we already talked about that.
Are you, by any chance, a Bion?
What makes you think that?
Just a hunch.
I'm not a Bion, but you're speaking with my envoy, merely a vehicle for my true self. I see, hear, and feel through it. It's safer than hiring someone to do the job.
Fascinating. I've never heard of that.
Normal people save up for their whole lives just to secure their post-mortem Bion. Using it as I do is much too expensive for almost everyone.
Okay, I'll start looking.
Good. I transferred the funds to your account. It should be enough to cover your expenses while you search.
Okay. Some outcomes will not be determined predominant personality, but rather by the personality that you use most in conversations with a specific person. She gracefully stood up, left my gun on the table, and left.
Got your back, partner.
I holstered the gun.
I needed to drink fast. Oh. Okay. So let's have a look at everything before... Oh, get up. Okay. That's what I sound like when I get up. Oh, what's this? Fan tie?
A truly horrific necktie was hanged around my ceiling fan.
Certain events will have different outcomes depending on required personality parameter. These parameters are collected from each choice you make in the game. Remember, in this game, there is no failure, only different consequences, okay?
You were better, John. So much better than this wallowing PI bullshit you're trying to pull. Take this chance. Prove it yourself. I can help you.
Yeah, don't forget to bring along the sad string quartet, too.
Yeah.
Good partners are hard to find these days.
I tolerate this only 'cause it's a threesome. You hear me?
Okay.
Some sweet jazz played on my trusty old radio.
I broke my door. I guess we'll go. Door was supposed to open, nothing to guard anyway. Leave the office. Okay, so let's see. Stay. Hold on, I want to look at something here. So we're auto-saved. Fantastic. Task. Check out impaled cyber investigators. Get more Rajika from... or Rakija from the Scray. Find the missing girl. Okay. With the door, evade eviction, which I failed, which is fine. Lucy. Walt. Okay, so let's close this out. Go to the door. Leave the office. I guess we'll go to the Scray. Okay, I'm loving the art style of this. Oh, a dog.
Scray. Best watering hole in Terra Hive. Quality service, organic alcohol, colorful faces, atmosphere, and zero tolerance for trouble. This joint has everything. Live music every other day. Damn, the place was always packed. Good old Malton knew what people
turn that down a little bit because I can't hear what he was saying over that. Okay, that's better. We love you too, Walt.
You're too soft on them.
Well, they are actual paying customers, John.
Okay, hold on.
Speaking of mugs, I see you got yourself some makeup. Who did you, son?
Got a case, believe it or not.
Not another adultery, I hope.
It's a bit more complicated. An upper girl went missing after partying with friends. And it turns out she's valuable to the towers.
Hell, that calls for adultery. Real gig, I mean, not the missing girl.
I wasn't given a choice, to be honest. I wouldn't say no to a drink, though. Here's her picture. By the way, maybe they took a wrong turn and ended up in the scrape.
Mighty optimistic of you to think they'll be suddenly bring some taste. You still didn't tell me you gave you the shine. I remember when even your left hand was fastening that purse all your years.
And I remember gigs in the scrape when it was brimming with people. Distant past, Walt.
We're getting old. We're entitled to grumble way more than we do. Anyway, the shiner?
I had a date with Buzz.
You're kidding me. That little rat grew up there and hit you?
Of course not. His emotionally unstable man-child bodyguard did. Buzz called it a down payment.
Well, you always had a talent for delaying the inevitable.
Actually, my client made that problem disappear. Permanently.
Problems don't disappear, John. They either get solved or tucked away. Anything else you'd like to share?
I'm gonna need some fuel, Walt. 1 bottle's worth, to be exact. The good stuff.
Cute. Already spending the front money, John?
My tab in the scrape was laughably long. But now that I had a rich guardian upper, Walt was in for a shock.
Better question is, how's your liver?
He's right, I should send my ass. I actually need it for the case.
Skip the lecture. I mostly needed to be my portable scray. You know, to limber up some tongues.
Mostly?
Alright, I may indulge in a shot from time to time as
Oh shit, I meant like...
digestive.
Fine, but only because you taught yourself a case.
Okay. That wasn't that bad. Okay.
Back to the ground already? Or just stretching your back?
The former, I'm afraid. Later, Walt.
Okay. Oh cool, you can walk over here. How cool is this? Villain simulation. Huh. Dog. Okay. Let's go to... Hold on, we'll stay right here for a second. Let's do journal. Journal. Or not. There we go. Check out the Impaled Cyber Investigations. Hold on, let me find that. Notes. Oh, wow, you can even leave notes in there. Evade evictions, complete. Open the door. Okay, they were where? Let's go to the trash corner and look at them first.
The pit's sprawled streets, alleys, and empty lots went silent. became irrelevant, forgotten along with the people who roamed them. But this place...
Here's a story about a beautiful paradox and conversation. Guts already growling.
Trash exploded from an insignificant alley to a popular meeting place with curb-to-curb fast food stands. They had every kind of cuisine imaginable, backed by the smells of exhausted frying oil, charred grills, and a waft of spices from every corner of Terra Hive. Poetry. I could have eaten the whole place, awnings and all.
Okay, what's up? I was looking with flying cars. Granny, Jim. Let's see. Oh, that looks like Russian letters.
Now here's a real professional. Jim is one of the better cooks at Trash. Specializes in shavap wraps. Something of a trademark fast food in these parts. But he'll make you anything you want, if he feels like it. He's especially fond of shavap fried rice for some reason. He has an entire book dedicated to that one dish, and he treats it like it's the gospel.
Hey, Jim! What's cooking?
Cooper's past connections and relationships can shift based on his dominant personality trait. Okay. Some paths may require a combination of personality. Stay neutral, stay practical. Or natural.
Isn't that my favorite detective, Uncle Johnny?
Jim calls me uncle because I saved his neck from his wife, who hired me to bust him up for cheating. He was worth more to me as a friend, and I was short on friends in those days.
We, need to talk, buddy. I think you may have witnessed something really important.
Oh, anything for my Uncle Johnny.
Saved his cheating ass. Okay.
I'm starving. Got a fresh shavap?
Sure thing, I got some fresh savapi ready. That'll be 3C.
Okay.
Have you seen this girl wandering around?
No girls at my store, Uncle Johnny. Second shift today.
Who is around for her first shift then?
Mila, go bother her. Yo, scratch that. I don't know where she is.
Morning shift on Trash. Mila task ready to find Mila.
Well, that was actually helpful.
I'm always here for Uncle Johnny.
He ought to know where his colleague lives.
You at least know where Mila lives, right?
Why are you bothering me? Go ask her 2,000 fuckboys.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with a healthy sex life, Jim.
Agreed, just ask your mom.
Oh, snap.
Any specific guy I should be looking for?
Now that I think about it, that moron Chlop thinks she's in love with him. Yeah, he's got him bull kebabs over there with another militia idiot.
Okay.
Got it. Thanks, Jim.
Okay.
See ya, Chef.
So speak, Uncle Johnny. Good luck with the case. Phew, yeah.
A pair of sad, tired eyes carefully studied the vast nothingness before them. Keeping her company were two brows of fried rice, cold and almost dried up, waiting for someone who hadn't returned. Excuse me, ma'am? Just trying her best not to die of hunger. Or worse. That said, she seemed completely unresponsive. Yeah, carry on.
Okay. What's up with the granny? Okay, so... don't want to leave. I gotta go find those militia guys they were talking about. That sounded like the rain makes me want to go to sleep. Is he one I could talk to now? Oh, God.
Examine ball sacks. No, for real though. Examine your ball sacks, people. You can thank me later.
I couldn't see much. The whole thing looked like a morbid monument to the lower classes' victory against the upper's oppression.
Doesn't this look familiar?
This looks like another remnant of Big Daddy era ritual for demonstrating power.
First, you give the kebabs a good sear. Shock them with hot metal to keep the fat from draining away, am I right? Then, you call up your good butcher friend. He's an expert, right? Now those bastards can slow cook a kebab for months. Just imagine how freaking tender they gotta be by the end.
And butchers. They could keep the torture going for months.
Ah, that reminds me. We should go for a juicy dry-aged steak later.
I wouldn't call this sloppy work, but I bet those bulls didn't survive the afternoon.
This place is our hell, John. Check out the... I know what happened to them. Why are they not alive?
Wait a minute. One of these bulls is short an arm. Judging by the socket, a cybernetic one.
That's expensive gear, John. If Bullsec wants it back, things could get ugly.
Woo-wee! I would love to feel that sweet tech rubbing against my grip.
Scaz probably did a little shopping before the law arrived. I should at least try and find that arm, though.
Okay. Gangers. Okay. So hold on, let's see one thing. Okay, so since we've gotten a good start on this game, I will leave the first episode off here since we got the prologue and all that. Do a quick save. Okay. We'll do, and then we'll come back in the next one and continue on with the story. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to chomp down that like button. If you did like it, leave a comment down below with any other game suggestions or video ideas that you'd like to see from me. Share this channel with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already to see other videos that I've done. I will see you all in the next one.